All right, today we're diving into a film that, well, people often say you don't watch it, you survive it. We're talking about Studio Ghibli's Grave of the Fireflies. And using a really powerful review as our guide, we're going to try and unpack just why this animated movie is hailed as this unforgettable, absolute masterpiece.
So the review we're looking at kicks off with this really haunting idea, an emotional scar. I mean, what a choice of words, right? That's not really a recommendation. It's more like a warning. It's telling you right from the start that this film is built to leave a permanent mark.
So you have to ask, what kind of war film leaves a scar? Well, the first thing this review makes super clear is that it's not the kind of war film you're probably thinking of. You can just forget about all the epic battles, the soldiers, the front lines. Grave of the Fireflies instantly points its camera somewhere else entirely. It focuses on the real casualties of war, the innocent people who are just caught in its shadow. The whole power of this movie comes from showing you that devastating ripple effect. It's all about the human cost, the price paid by people who never even got close to a battlefield. And right at the very heart of this tragedy, you find these two kids, Seita, a boy who's forced to become a protector way too soon, and his little sister, Setsuko, who is just this little beacon of innocence in a world that is losing every last bit of it. Their story and the bond they share, that's the whole movie. It's everything.
You know, what makes this story so gut-wrenching is how painfully real their bond feels. I mean, their world is literally collapsing around them. We're talking about the last desperate months of World War II in Japan, and all they have is each other. So yeah, it's a story about survival, for sure, but it's about something more. It's about trying to hold on to just a tiny piece of humanity when you're staring annihilation right in the face.
Okay, and this is where the artistic genius of the film just blows you away. You see that signature, gorgeous Studio Ghibli animation, right? It's all lush landscapes, gentle, warm colors, but, and this is the key, that beauty is basically weaponized. It's slammed right up against the absolute ugliest parts of reality. And that contrast, it makes the horror of what these kids are going through feel so much more visceral, so much more impossible to forget.
And the title? Grave of the Fireflies? Man, it tells you everything you need to know. It's the soul of the film. See, the Fireflies, they show up and give these moments of just breathtaking beauty, a little bit of light in all this darkness. But then, just as quickly as they appear, they fade away. They die. It's a perfect and just utterly heartbreaking metaphor for the fragile, short lives at the very center of this story.
And this gets to what is almost an emotional cruelty in the filmmaking. Because see, it's not just a non-stop parade of misery. The movie actually gives you these beautiful, tiny little moments of pure joy. A day at the beach, the simple taste of a fruit drop candy. It actually lets you feel hope. And that is exactly why the tragedy, when it comes, hits you with such an absolutely devastating force.
So what is the true cost of war then, according to this film? I mean, it's not just about civilian suffering. No, it goes way deeper than that. First, it's the theft of innocence, the loss of childhood itself. And then, finally, it gets to the soul. The review calls it the starvation of the heart, that moment where hope and kindness just get extinguished, gone. And all of this leads to the movie's incredibly powerful, unflinching message. It just strips away any idea of glory or patriotism or what it means to win. It forces you, the viewer, to stare at the raw, human price of conflict and ask this terrifyingly simple question: was any of it worth it? So yeah, it is absolutely no surprise that the review gives this a perfect score, a 5 out of 5. I mean, how could it not? When you have a piece of art that is this beautiful, this painful, and this unforgettable, masterpiece really feels like the only word that fits. But listen, this is probably the most important thing the review points out. The goal of this film isn't just to make you cry, it's to make you think. Its real power is found in that silence after the credits start rolling, in the deep reflection it forces you into. It is absolutely designed to haunt you, and by doing that, it's trying to change the way you look at the world. So the final verdict from the review is crystal clear. Even though it is an absolutely grueling experience, this isn't framed as an optional movie. It's presented as an essential one, a necessary piece of cinema that you really should see at least once in your life. And in the end, the film doesn't give us any easy answers. It just leaves us with this one haunting question. It demands that we look past the flags, past the headlines, and ask ourselves, what is the true cost of victory? And maybe more importantly, who is it that's actually forced to pay that price?